plastic surgery to how they were raised, here's our list of celebrities who have finally admitted to lying in interviews. Now, in 2014, Kylie Jenner faced one of her first controversies when rumors began circulating that she had received lip injections. Now, Kylie was pressed about the topic in nearly every interview. She denied the rumors and insisted that her lips looked plumper because of makeup. But then, in a 2015 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she finally copped to getting filler injections when she was just 16. She said, "It has been an insecurity of mine all my life. This guy I kissed was like, 'Your lips are really small, but you're a really good kisser. I didn't think you'd be good at kissing. It was so rude. From then on, I just felt like I saw guys staring at my lips. I felt like no one wanted to kiss me." Now, she lied about the fillers because at the time, she thought it was the right thing to do. She added, "I wasn't even 17 yet. What if I came out and said, 'Oh yeah, I got my lips done'? What are all those moms going to think about me? These kids, my fans, they're gonna think I'm crazy. I didn't want to be a bad influence. I didn't want people to think you had to get your lips done to feel good about yourself. But they thought it was crazier that I was lying about it because it was so obvious. I wish I had just been honest and upfront." Now, I feel like we can kind of give her a break for this because she was really young, but it is honestly comical how she denied it, even though it was very, very obvious. In a 2015 interview with Us Weekly, Suki Waterhouse said, "I rinse my hair with Coca-Cola sometimes. I don't like my hair when it's washed. It's fine and limp, but Coca-Cola makes it tousled, like I've gone through the Amazon or something," she said. And yeah, that is definitely strange for sure, but her secret beauty tip apparently stuck in some fans' minds, as one asked her if she still prefers using Coca-Cola over shampoo. Now, 7 years after the interview, she came clean and said, "Okay, I have to be honest, I got bored doing hair interviews and said this. I've never done this, ma'am," she tweeted. Now, she also subsequently shared a screenshot of a Bustle article written by Jessica Booth in which she described she tried her cola method. "I did Jessica dirty," she said. Now, this is just a weird lie, but I honestly think it's so funny. In late December 2020, fans called out Hilaria Baldwin for faking her Spanish heritage, including her Spanish accent that seems to come and go, her claim that she didn't move to the United States until she was 19, and so on. Now, it turns out that she grew up in Massachusetts and her parents were not Spanish. She changed her name to Hilaria. Now, she was born as Hillary Lynn Hayward Thomas, and all I gotta say is that doesn't sound too Spanish to me. Now, she has continued to defend herself, tweaking her claims to cover for her lies, but after the truth was uncovered, she was forced to film a video on Instagram in which she addressed the narrative she had been weaving for years. "Yes, I am a white girl. Let's be very clear that Europe has a lot of white people in there and my family is white. Ethnically, I'm a mix of many, many things. Culturally, I grew up with two cultures, so it's really as simple as that," she said. She then hit back over the scandal in a cringeworthy New York Times interview where she pinned the blame for the deception on the media for misrepresenting me, which had caused people to be confused about her heritage. But the interview itself was just full of contradictions from her previous accounts. Now, this whole thing, it was just embarrassing though, because one time when she was on the Today Show, she pretended not to know the word for cucumber, so none of her claims make any sense. And the White Stripes were a rock duo from Detroit that formed in 1997. The group consisted of Jack White and Meg White, and they claimed to be a brother and sister duo, and they said so in multiple interviews. But then in 2005, it was revealed that they were actually a married couple rather than siblings, and they lied so people would take them more seriously as musicians. It was revealed that the couple was married for 4 years, and Jack was born Jack Gillis and took Meg's last name and kept it ever since. Jack explained their actions in an interview with Rolling Stone magazine, saying that he lied about being siblings so the fans could focus on their music instead of their personal relationship. Now, if this was found out before though, it certainly would have made things awkward in the media. Andrew Garfield was known for playing Peter Parker in the Spider-Man trilogy, but when Marvel introduced Spider-Man into the MCU, this Spider-Man was played by Tom Holland. Now, for the third film in the MCU, there were rumors that past Spider-Man actors Tobey Maguire and Andrew would be included in the film Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, Andrew was asked repeatedly in interviews if he'd be in the movie returning as Peter Parker, but he denied it. There is even a leaked photo from the movie set of him in the Spider-Man suit, but he still denied it and played it up to be really good photoshopping. Now, everyone believed him, but in the end, when No Way Home was released in theaters, both Andrew and Tobey were in the film to reprise their roles as Spider-Man. Now, the lying all worked out as fans got an unspoiled surprise shock from him while in theaters. Now, in 2022, he told The Wrap, "It was stressful, I'm not going to lie. It was rather stressful, but also weirdly enjoyable." He continued by saying, "It was like this massive game of werewolf that I was playing with journalists and with people guessing. It was very fun. There were moments where I was like, God, I hate lying, I don't like to lie, and I'm not a good liar, but I kept framing it as a game, and I kept imagining myself purely as a fan of that character, which is not hard to do. I placed myself in the position of, well, what would I want to know? What would I want to be toyed with? What would I want to be lied to? Would I want to be kept on my toes guessing? Would I want to discover it when I went to the theater? Would I want to be guessing, guessing, guessing? I'd want the actor to do an incredibly good job at convincing me he wasn't in it, and then I'd want to lose my mind in the theater when my instinct was proven right. That's what I would want," he said. Now, this honestly was a very good lie. And finally, Robert Pattinson lies a lot. It's actually crazy. When he appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman in 2009, he shared a story about having dinner with his stalker, who had such a bad time that she stopped stalking him afterwards. But in 2024, he confirmed to the New York Times that the stalker story was all made up. Then, appearing on Today in 2011, Robert was asked about wanting to run away and join the circus. Now, he said that he didn't want to because he once went to the circus, and while there, one of the clown's cars exploded and it resulted in the clown passing away. Now, that's super dark and traumatizing, right? Well, not for Robert, as he lied about that too. The following week, a reporter asked him about the story during a press event in Germany, and he reportedly said, "I said those things, but I actually made the whole thing up. It's coming back to haunt me. I said it on some show. It was really early in the morning, the day after the New York premiere. Someone asked me what my experience with the circus was, and I was like, I have nothing interesting to say. I don't know why I said that." Then in 2024, he told the New York Times that he'd recently watched the clown story clip back, and he said, "There was absolutely no hesitation at all in my voice. I'm like, what on earth, are you possessed?" And again, he added that he lied out of boredom. And for one more lie from him, in 2020, Robert told GQ that he ignored the trainer the studio hired and was barely doing anything in terms of working out for the Batman. He said, "I think if you're working out all the time, you're part of the problem." But 2 years later, he told Movie Maker that he had been joking to GQ. He said, "That really came back to haunt me. I just always think it's really embarrassing to talk about how you're working out. I think it's like an English thing. Unless you are in the most unbelievable shape where people are just genuinely curious, going, how have you achieved like physical perfection or whatever." He continued, "You're playing Batman, so you have to work out." Now, what I'm getting from all of this is, though, don't believe anything that Robert says, and I think that should be your takeaway too. Well, that's all for our list of celebrities who have finally admitted to lying in interviews. Which lie do you think is the worst? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host, Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.